Hello YouTube, it's the Dbtgamer Show, episode 162, Super Mario 64 review, part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, you go back and watch it. In the last part I talked about story, graphics, controls, music and gameplay and some of the good stuff about this game. I also talked a little bit about the Mario 64 sequel, Mario 64 2, which never came out. I also talked about some of the things that are added into the DS version, which are also really good. In this part I just want to show off a few more levels, talk about a few more things, and I'll probably finish off. This is the first Bowser level. This is one of my favourite levels in the game, and it is quite a difficult one. In the Bowser levels, there's not really that much to do. There's an 8-red coin star in each one, so and finding 8-red coins in certain levels can be quite cryptic. Bowser himself, he's not really that difficult. Although in the DS version I think he's more difficult because in the DS version you don't have an analog stick, therefore you can't spin Bowser around as easy. One moment. Okay, I'm back now. I just have to go sort a few things out. Now back to the review. Although I do like the boss battles with Bowser in this game because they're rather, I think they're rather epic myself, because Bowser's really huge and he looks kind of threatening. I'm just going to cut until I find Bowser. Give me a moment. Alright YouTube, finally made it. Bowser should just get the top of these stairs. I also just remembered one thing about the controls for this game. If you hold down Z, you can crouch, and if you move the analog stick, you can make Mario crawl, which can be quite useful to crawl through tight spaces. Another thing that's really good about this game is definitely N64's analog stick. A lot of the moves that Mario can do wouldn't be possible without the analog stick. Because when I played the DS version, especially fighting Bowser was a lot more difficult without the analog stick, because the analog stick is pretty much perfect for pivoting and spinning around Bowser when you're doing the hammer throw. It just feels a lot more comfortable. But when I played Mario 64 on the DS, when I was trying to throw Bowser, my thumb didn't always feel as comfortable using the D-pad. And it was sometimes really difficult to press it in the right direction. Although in the DS version you can use a stylus and to make him spin around, which sort of works. The other thing I found out about the DS version of the controls was you have to hold Y to make Mario run, which I thought was always stupid because I actually never saw the point of it. Alright, let's get this key and I'll show off one of my favourite levels. The next level I'm going to show off is further up in the castle. It's called Huge Tiny Island. This is probably my favourite level of the game for two reasons. One, it has quite a lot of references to Super Mario Bros. 3, because there's big enemies and small enemies in this level. And another reason I thought it was my favourite is because it has the Wiggler boss, and I like the Wiggler boss a lot. Because it says some funny things when you fight it. Another way you can find stars in the game is these toads, which you meet whilst you're in the castle. Some of them will give you stars. They also give you a few tips on how to get more stars and how to progress through the game, and they are quite helpful. This is the picture room to the Huge Tiny Island. If you go from this painting you get to the small area, and if you go from this painting you get through the big area. The painting on the left doesn't really do anything. Some Nintendo 64 disc drive games were also moved to the Nintendo 64's expansion pack, but quite a lot of them were cancelled and just never came out. Although I think Mario 64 for DS is a very good Mario game. Swimming is quite easy in this game. All you do is press A repeatedly to swim. You tilt the joystick to dive underwater. If you hold A, you can do kicks, which moves you slightly slower, but it's sometimes useful if you want to have a bit more precision in your swimming. And the thing I really like this game is that Mario the health bar. This is the very first game that Mario the health bar. It's definitely a good thing. But then another cool extra, if you stomp on a Koopa Troopa, you can take his shell from him and go surfing. Cowabunga! Woohoo! Whoops! That didn't last too long. Oh well. There are some bonuses in this game after you've collected all 120 power stars. One bonus is there's a level called the Big Penguin Race, and in the Big Penguin Race, when you first race it, the penguin's sort of average size, but if you race it after you've got 120 stars, the penguin is actually bigger, so it's a little bit more challenging, I suppose. And the other thing I want to talk about is the top of the castle, which exits the level now. To exit the course, keep pressing the start button, and the game will eventually let you exit the course. I really do mean eventually. The game is always like you do have to press the start button a certain number of times. In the Castle Courtyard YouTuber, there's a cannon. And this cannon can all be unlocked by collecting 120 stars. And if you point at the castle, you can get access to the top of the castle. There isn't really that much up here. There's 3 1-up mushrooms, a wing cap, and Yoshi. Yes, Yoshi is in this game, but he doesn't really do that much. He gives you a message from Nintendo, which is quite nice. But he also gives you 100 lives. But you can't ride on him, you can't do anything with him. Which is kind of annoying because you'd think you'd get more for collecting all the stars in the game. And for some bizarre reason, after he's giving you all those lives, he commits suicide! Bye bye, Yoshi. See you in Mario Galaxy 2. Or Mario Sunshine. Ow. There is one more extra on top of the castle, so just let me get back up there. Whoops. Wrong door. That's the basement to the castle. I don't want to show off too much because I don't want to spoil off the game for no one who's hasn't played it before. I might do a Let's Play this game in the future, I'm not so sure. But I'll keep you updated if I do decide to do one. Now, one of the best things on top of the castle is the wing cap. Which gives you the ability to explore the castle area a bit more. Oh, it doesn't really do that much for you because you can't go back in the waterfall because you can't get in that way. But you can fly around on the bridge and just do some exploration. Anyway, YouTube, I'm going to try and show off one more level, but then I'm going to go to my complaints and finish off the review. Just give me one moment. Just give me a moment. Right, I'm back, YouTube. I'm going to just show off one last level, then I'm going to finish off the review. This is one of my favourite levels. This is Tall Mountain. Although this is one of the more difficult levels in the game, I feel, because it's very easy to fall off this mountain, and most times if you fall off this mountain, it's either certain death or extreme pain for Mario. This is one of my favourite enemies in the game, this purple guy with boxing gloves. He's very similar to the Big Bomb, but if you manage to get behind him before you can get loads of coins from him, that's a pretty good tip if you want to get 100 coins this level. Another thing that happened in the 90s, when Nintendo made Super Mario 64, a lot of companies tried to copy off them, and one of them was Sony, and they made the Spyro trilogy. And the Spyro trilogy is another 3D platforming series. It's a good 3D platforming series, but the first Spyro game wasn't really that good in my opinion. And it was pretty much find dragons and collect gems. Whereas in Mario 64 you actually had to do things to earn your stars. Example, certain stars you had to run a race, certain stars you had to find, certain stars you had to beat a boss, that sort of thing. One moment. Anyway, YouTube, I think I've shown off enough gameplay, so I'm going to go to the bad stuff on the rating now. Okay, now my complaints about Super Mario 64 from the Nintendo 64. I have virtually no complaints about this game. It's one of the best games on the Nintendo 64, and it's very easy to come by. My only complaint about this game are the camera controls. The camera controls in this game can be a little bit annoying and a little bit twitchy at times. In certain levels, the game won't let you turn around the camera at a certain angle, and this can be really annoying, and sometimes this can even result in the player dying. But other than that, this game is perfect. It's controls-wise, this is much better than the DS version. But as far as content is concerned, the DS version is better. In conclusion, my favourite version is probably the DS version because of all the new content and you can play it on the go. But the N64 version is still a very good game, and it's definitely worth buying, definitely worth playing. If you want to get your hands on it, it's probably really cheap on eBay if you happen to have an N64 still. It's also available on the Wii Virtual Console for 1,000 Wii points. I give this game a rating of 4.5 out of 5. My next review will be Sin and Punishment, Successor of the Skies. But I haven't got time for that today, YouTube. Until then, bye!